Hi all, welcome to the Marquee Matchups no risk trading for Halloween, which is the 31st of October. So hopefully you find this useful as always guys. Plenty to cover in the no risk trading for this week, so you can smash the likes, sub to the channel if you're new, follow me on Twitter, G is a legend, all the links are down below for playlists on the channel and social media links as always. And remember to catch the main predictions video, which I will leave in the eye in the top right corner guys. So let's jump into our no risk trading. So Premier League, plenty to cover. As I said, you've got Chelsea, Arsenal, Manchester United and Manchester City are the four teams that fall under the predictions. But obviously for your no risk trading, Eduardo is the only Chelsea player, and there's not really much else except for Chambers for the four Premier League teams. Obviously when you go to your rear, you've got like Amari, Gale, Iheanacho. My brain nearly forgot how to pronounce his name for a minute there. But there's a handful of rares that you can work with in the Premier League, and if you can nab them, you're laughing. It's just trying to get them is the biggest stumbling block. Obviously for the Championship, you've got Cardiff game against Bristol City, or you've got the Middlesbrough Sunderland game. You can look at like Abel Hernandez, Kodja for rares, or McGeady as well, because if Middlesbrough Sunderland was to just suddenly be snuck in, McGeady would suddenly become a bit of a valuable card. Like Calcio A, you've got two games in Genoa, Sampdoria, or you've got the Fiorentina Roma game. Plenty to work with across all the teams, especially from the rares and the non-rares, so you'd be well and truly covered, and you wouldn't feel yourself short in all honesty in terms of having options. Like someone like Conte for example could prove quite useful because he is Italian, plays for AC Milan and is a rare card, so you never know what might happen with him. And obviously as well, Calcio B, when you go to their league, you've only got Ralkovic, Bardi, Gastaldo and Brienza like your only golds, but Brienza and Ralkovic are your only golds that fall into the no risk bracket, and which just kind of helps a little bit. Bundesliga, plenty to work with from a non-rare perspective for 75s, but the rare 75s are very seldom just now, I'm noticing. No matter when you see me search, it's pretty interesting, so be fully aware of that when you want to go and search for Bundesliga rares. But it seems to be the non-rares are what the ones you're wanting, like your Colby and stuff. They're rarely popping up for 600 just now, so be fully aware of that when you go and bid for these cards. But it's the non-rares that are proving a bit more popular. Spain, like La Liga and La Liga 1, 2, 3. With La Liga in general, you've only got really potentially Sociedad and Eibar, but Sevilla and Barcelona is touted as well. But Sevilla's obviously in this week, so be fully aware of that. But Zimo Navarro, he is a smart card to buy in all honesty, I've noticed. A lot of people you can buy him for 600 and you can sell him for 700-800 coins. So a small profit there, and Alaves as well worth buying because that is also part of the Basque region. And as I said, I forgot to cover in this no risk. With La Liga 1, 2, 3, you just want to kind of buy any of the golds really that are in the no risk bracket in the league. There's plenty to kind of work with from like from Gijon and all that, so you're pretty much going to be well covered for the 1, 2, 3 of La Liga. With Alka Super Liga guys, Zika you can't really now get for 300, it's like 1.5 is what he's going for. But if you were able to get them early guys, you were sorted, so fair play on that. So be fully aware of that when you go and try and buy any Zikas. Eredivisie, Ado Den Haag is just Kushna is the only 75 in the team, but in terms of the league in general, there's plenty to work with. Rashika is one of the few rares. I think he's one of the few rares in the league, but there's not really much really going for him because we don't expect the league to crop up. As with the Greek league as well, that's currently out just now. There's some deals to be had, I'm noticing. I've managed to get a few Pardos while doing this no risk trade, and I was able to sell them on for 700-800 coins. So while the no risk trading isn't really useful for this week, it's kind of handy in that link for this week. J League, don't worry about that because there's only Kiyotake and Podolski, and neither were options. But the Argentine League, Primera Division, there's tons to work with guys. You've got, I'm not even going to try and pronounce some of the names, but you've got like Gigalotti, you've got Amaro Brieta, you've got Martinez, you've got plenty to kind of work with in the league, so be fully aware of that. And it's like same with the Belgian league, there's plenty to work with, like Kubo, Asari, and Bodji. Like Bodji's obviously not a 75, but he's more high rated. And then when you try and look at like Onyukiru as well, he's someone that could prove quite handy to nab as well. And the Ukrainian guy, for again, if you can pronounce his name, so fair play on that. And the Russian league, as we always show, it's like there's not much. Like Kalachev is your only rare that's in no risk, and then it's just try to buy whoever you can from the league that fits in at 75 rating, like Zanev and so forth. Scotland has Griffiths, Dembele, Armstrong. Hopefully you find this useful. As always, guys, let me know in the comments down below what you fancy. Smash likes as always, and I'll catch you all later.